Have you ever stopped to think that the words you speak every day might be silently shaping your reality? Every phrase you repeat, every expression you use, builds the mental world you live in. And the truth is, most people have no idea that their vocabulary is the invisible wall that is holding them back from success, confidence, and happiness. So today, I'm going to show you 10 powerful words you need to eliminate from your daily language, and exactly what to say instead. Because when you change your words, you don't just change how you speak, you change how you live. Stay with me until the end, because number 10 is the one that silently kills your motivation without you even noticing it. Let's start with the first word. Can't. It's small, simple, but absolutely toxic. Every time you say, "I can't do this," you're not describing your limits, you're defining them. Instead of "I can't," replace it with "I'm learning to." It shifts your brain from defeat to growth. Saying "I am learning to handle this" instantly opens a door that "I can slams shut." Try it, your energy changes completely. The second word is maybe. It sounds harmless, but it's one of the biggest confidence destroyers. Maybe means uncertainty, hesitation, and lack of direction. Every maybe you say tells your brain that you don't trust your own decisions. Replace it with "I will decide." Even if your answer is no, say it with power. Maybe keeps you stuck. "I decide" moves you forward. Number 3, but. You've probably said things like, "I like my job, but it's hard." See what happened there? Everything before "but" loses its power. This word cancels out the positive. Replace "but" with "and." I like my job, and it's challenging. You keep both truths alive. And builds, but destroys. Word number 4, problem. Life doesn't give you problems. It gives you challenges, opportunities to grow stronger. When you say problem, your mind prepares for stress. When you say challenge, your mind prepares for action. One word changes your entire emotional state. Number 5, should. This one keeps you trapped in guilt. I should work out. I should call my parents. I should study. Every should implies failure, like you're always behind on your own life. Replace it with I choose to. I choose to work out. I choose to study. Feel the difference? Choice gives power. Should steals it. Before we move to the next 5, let me remind you, the way you speak to yourself is the way you train your mind to see the world. Your words are not just sounds, they are commands to your subconscious. And if you're enjoying this transformation, take a second to subscribe to this channel and join a community of people who are consciously changing the way they think, speak, and live. Because the more awareness you have about your words, the more control you gain over your destiny. Now, number 6. Always and never. These words sound absolute, but life is not. Saying, "I always fail," or "I never get it right," locks you in a false identity. Replace them with sometimes. Sometimes I struggle. Sometimes I succeed. This allows growth. You're not a pattern. You're a person in progress. Number 7, try. You've heard it before. I'll try to wake up early. I'll try to start that project. But try already gives you permission to fail. It means I'm not fully committed. Replace it with I will. If you really mean it, drop the word try forever, because nothing great ever happens by trying, only by doing. Word number 8, hope. That might surprise you because hope sounds positive, but too much hope can mean you're waiting instead of acting. I hope things get better leaves your power outside of you. Replace it with I'm making things better. Hope is passive. Action is powerful. Number 9, if only. This phrase keeps you trapped in regret. If only I had studied. If only I had said something. Every if only looks backward. Replace it with next time. Next time I'll do it differently. Because regret looks behind, growth looks ahead. And now, number 10, the silent killer of motivation. Someday. How many times have you said, "Someday I'll travel. Someday I'll start my business. Someday I'll change"? But someday doesn't exist on the calendar. Replace it with today. Even if it's just a small step, do it today. Because every someday dream fades, but every today action builds your future. Now that you've learned the 10 words that quietly shape your thoughts, let's go deeper. Because changing your vocabulary isn't just about sounding more positive. It's about reprogramming your mind to think like someone who wins. Your words are seeds, and the thoughts you repeat are the water that makes them grow. If your words are full of doubt, your mind will grow fear. But if your words carry certainty and purpose, your life will begin to bloom in ways you never imagined. So, how do you make these changes permanent? The first step is awareness. Start listening to yourself. Notice the little phrases that slip out automatically, the I can'ts, the maybes, the buts. Don't judge them, just catch them. Awareness is the first step toward control. The second step is substitution. The moment you notice a limiting word, pause and replace it. I can't becomes I'm learning. I'll try becomes I will. Problem becomes challenge. Over time, these replacements rewire your thinking. Imagine how different your days would feel if every time you face something difficult you said, "This is a challenge and I'm learning to handle it." That one phrase turns frustration into focus because your words create your emotional weather. Speak storms and you'll live in chaos. Speak light and you'll walk in clarity. Let's take an example. Think of someone who constantly says, "Nothing ever works out for me." Their life begins to match that statement. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now imagine the same person saying, "Things are starting to work out for me." Same life, same situation, but a completely different energy. The second version attracts opportunities instead of blocking them. That's the magic of conscious language. If you truly want to transform your life, start with how you speak about yourself. Stop calling yourself lazy, unlucky, or stupid. Words like these are scars you carve into your own mind. Instead say, "I'm becoming more disciplined. I'm learning from my mistakes. I'm growing every day." It's not lying to yourself. It's leading yourself. And here is something most people don't realize. The subconscious mind doesn't understand jokes or sarcasm. When you say, "I'm so dumb," after a mistake, your mind believes it. When you say, "I'm so tired of this life," your mind starts to dim your energy. So speak carefully, because your words are building the world you walk in. Every successful person you admire, every entrepreneur, athlete, or artist, learned this secret. They guard their language because they know words are energy. They don't say, "If I make it," they say, "When I make it." They don't say, "I hope it works." They say, "I'm making it work." That's not arrogance, that's alignment. From this day on, make a decision. No more powerless words. Speak with intention. Replace someday with today. Replace if only with next time. Replace hope with I'm doing. Your new vocabulary will slowly become your new identity because confidence isn't just a feeling, it's the result of how you speak to yourself when no one else listening. And if this message spoke to your heart, don't leave without taking action right now. Subscribe to this channel because here we dive deep into self-growth, mindset, and the power of words every week. Your transformation begins the moment you decide to change, and subscribing is your first small step toward a bigger, more conscious life. Remember, your words are the mirror of your mind. Speak doubt, and you'll live in hesitation. Speak power, and your life will rise to meet your voice. So the next time you're about to say, "I can't," pause, breathe, and remind yourself, "I'm learning to." Because from the moment you speak differently, the world around you begins to listen differently. And that, my friend, is the real secret. Change your words, and you change your world.